3D project is this great funny face. You can make it any color, add any kinds of embellishments. Let me show you what you'll need. First of all, we're going to start out with some brush pens, different colors. We have acrylic paint. We're using paper mache medium. We have a large styrofoam egg and a small styrofoam egg and some toothpicks. In our basic supplies, we've got glue, masking tape, a Ziploc bag, our scissors, and a rolling pin. Now the first thing is, because we're working with paper mache and we learned how to work with that earlier on the show, let's reiterate, we're going to lay down our plastic wrap and put masking tape to hold it down. Then we're going to mix our paper mache. Now you can see I'm wearing gloves, but you don't need to. Paper mache is totally safe to use. Because I'm doing another project afterwards. So what I've done is I've already mixed a half a package and 16 ounces of water. So I'll set that aside in a plastic bag. Now I'm going to lay this out on my plastic. The paper mache, remember, just from our tips from before, you can add a little bit more water to moisten it, or add a little bit more of the paper mache medium if it's too damp. Now I'm going to spread that out. Now, to work with it easily, I'm going to lay a piece of plastic wrap on top. Move a little piece out of the way. And then I'm going to use my rolling pin to roll it into a thinner sheet. It almost works like a cookie dough. I'll keep rolling that out. I can also pat it with my hands. Oops. Pulling it a little bit. Okay, we'll set that aside. Now the next thing I want to do is cut my styrofoam egg. The easiest way to cut styrofoam is to use a plastic knife. I'm going to lay that down on the side, and I'm going to use a sawing motion to slice right down through the egg, turning it as I go. And if there's any rough edges, I'll just use the two pieces to rub against each other to sand it smooth. Then I want to attach my styrofoam to the base of my larger egg. So it's with the pointed end down, and I've just used toothpicks, and then I've secured it with some white glue. So that's my base. Now I'm going to take my paper mache medium, and we'll see if I've got it thin enough here. And I'm going to start applying it to my egg shape. And I'm going to work in small pieces. Paper mache sticks to itself. So by smoothing it as I go, I can even add little pieces in and it's going to look nice and smooth. Now you could roll it out. If you're taking a little bit more time at home, you might roll it out a little bit thinner. But I'm going to keep applying and sticking it to the surface and sticking it to itself until I've covered the entire surface of the egg. You can have some water on hand to smooth it a little bit. I'm going to pick up another piece. Any kind of tool that you can use to work with clay is also good to use with paper mache. So if you use a cutter or a pizza type tool, that can be used. Cookie cutters can be used with it. I'll continue going down. Let me break that piece off. Now I'm just dipping my hands in a little water, so that'll help me smooth it down a little bit more. Now I'm going to continue until I cover the entire surface of the top egg and the two bottom eggs, which are going to be his feet. It'll just take a little while to play with this until you get it exactly the way you need it. Now this is a very important step if you're going to make our funny face. Right now then you have to pick where you're going to put features onto this, because those are going to be where you need to attach. So let me turn them to the front. So I'm going to have eyes. So I want to wiggle it around a little bit, put one here, and then put sticks in wherever I'm going to want, and then let it dry like that. I have one that's already here. Then the next step is to paint him, and I've chosen a bright yellow acrylic paint, but you could also add something that had some glitter in it, or you could use a texture medium, and you can remove those sticks or the toothpicks if you need to. So I'd continue painting, and that's my base for my funny face, but now we need all our features. So I'm going to take all my excess clay, and I'm going to make eyes and circles and triangle shapes and let all of them dry with a toothpick in them, and then when those are completely dry too, I'd paint those. You can also use fun foam. You could use wiggly eyes or anything else you want to decorate your funny face. But this way the pieces are removable and you can change his features. Let's take a final look at this funny face. See how crazy you can make him look.